Good morning. I hope you're well. My God, look at that sunrise. It is bitterly cold here, but there's no wind, so that chill factor is a bit better than it has been. I hope you're all warm and cosy, and I hope you're all safe. Sorry, it is January the 19th. It's Friday here. So wherever you're listening from, I'm acutely aware that people are listening all over. I know this because I checked the figures this morning, and we're over 12,000 views, which is phenomenal. It's amazing. So thank you. Listening back to yesterday's story, I'm very aware that actually I really skipped a lot of years. I didn't do it on purpose, but I think it's actually my subconscious that did it for sure. Yeah, I'll retract. I'm sorry if it's annoying. Keep going back and forth, and hopefully you'll bear with me. Don't forget, if you're a first-time listener, do go back and listen to the others, because it will be a bit weird, else I would think. But again, yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. And more people are subscribing. So that's great. That tells me that you're a real person and not a robot. So that's really good. Sorry, I'm just going to let my dog off you, Anne. Come find me. It's a little safe place where she runs. She's a rescue, and unfortunately, since we've had her, we made great progress with her getting her off the lead. It took me a whole year, but then she was attacked quite badly by another small dog, and ever since then she keeps she's so frightened of other dogs, and 8 times now that she's been attacked by a little one. So now she has a phobia of small dogs, particularly little ginger dogs. So yeah, bless her. So this is a little safe area for her to go off and run and play. And yeah, I mean, like me, I have my safe areas. I bet you guys do too. I'll be interested to know where your safe areas are, your safe place. Yeah, do email me. Then I know that you are a real person. I am getting messages, which is lovely. And yeah, just loads of hugs. So thank you for all the hugs and the love. And yeah, it does mean a lot. So I'm acutely aware, listening back yesterday, that I completely skipped loads of years. I didn't do it on purpose. It was just my train of thought. But actually, on reflection, probably my subconscious is not wanting to go there. So I apologise if it is annoying that I keep going back and forth. It is just how my brain works, and I suppose that's therapy, isn't it? I suppose. And for you guys that are just listening, do go back to the beginning. They're only short ones, 10 minutes most of them, but you might get confused what the hell's going on. But yes, so I'll try and go back to primary school. Being frosty morning, being an icy morning, reminds me of milk bottles being delivered to school for break time for us kids at school. I don't know if anybody else can remember these, but I do remember on the very cold mornings that we would go down to break, and the milk bottles would be sat there in the crate, the little tiny bottles, if anybody can remember. I think later on they became cartons, maybe still are cartons. I wonder if they still do it, but in the cold weather, the milk used to expand out of the bottles, so you'd have those big creamy tops with the little silver caps on, tinfoil caps, and it was like ice cream. It was fantastic. From school, I absolutely hated milk, just for the reason of the summer, because the milkman used to come and deliver it at the school entrance and leave it, and it used to sit there throughout the whole morning. So break time probably would be about 10, 11. So by the time we got it, it was on its way off. And I can even taste it now. My mouth's going all funny. I can drink milk now. Thank God for almond milk, hey? What an invention that was. So I drink gallons of that. And so milk is not a fond memory for me. However, we did drink it. We had to drink it. Mum made sure that we ate all our dinners and all of our anything that was given to us, we had to have, because obviously we didn't have it at home. So that was our main meal and our main source of food and drink and stuff like that. So dinner for us would be, when we got home, would be sandwiches. Mum always tried to give us some fruit. So we used to grow quite a lot of stuff in our garden. It was basically an allotment. So summertimes obviously we'd have fruit and berries and stuff like that. And then during the summer we would go blackberry picking. Mum would just chuck us out the house. And we would have these big buckets that were like the oil drums from cafes and restaurants. And then with the kids on the estate, all of us would just disappear all day, not check in with home or anything, maybe take sandwiches with us for a break. But we would collect as many blackberries as we could. It used to become a bit of a competition. But for us kids at home, for me and my brother, in fact my brother didn't really do much, but I knew Mum would make food out of that. She would make crumble, she'd make pies, she'd make jam, and she also made wine. So she was very, very good at resourcing and making things out of everything. Because we had literally nothing. And when I say nothing, we've got no heating in this house. We've got no hot water. So for me going to school, it was a strip wash the night before in cold water, or if we were lucky, some warm water that was resting on a pan on the little stove in the dining room. So and hair. So hair wise, I'd probably wash it once a week. There was definitely a bath once a week, and Mum used to fill the bath full of water from the stove. And my brother and I used to share the bath water and continuously used to come and just top it up with water. God, that links me back to a really funny story for when we were kids. And back in the old house, so the house before we moved to the other village, before Dad was found out to have fathered a child, we were sitting in the bath with my brother. And there's 18 months difference between me and my brother. So I was a little grown-up lady at this point, I think, of all 5 years old, 6 years old. And he's sitting there and he did a poo in the bath. And I still remember it now. There's just this little turd floating to the top. And I was like, Mum. Mum came in, oh my God, my brother did have to get it, even at that age, and he couldn't help it, bless him. But Mum was very fond of obviously telling us off with a bit of corporate punishment. We were, bear in mind, we were still being corporate punished at school with the cane and the leather and stuff like that. I think that phased out probably 3 years before I left, or 2 years before I left school. So I think in Mum's eyes, if it was good enough for the authorities, then it was good enough for home as punishment. And don't forget, she was she was being led by other people because she had nobody else to teach her. So these are the people that were teaching her. But I do remember him coming out of the bath and running around the house as Mum's chasing him with his little bum wiggling around everywhere. Funny how the things that you remember, isn't it, aren't it? Oh God, I don't even think that's right. God, it's too cold to even think. So Mum was really resourceful. We were always going to pick blackberries and berries and stuff like that. And nettles. Mum used to make nettle soup. as well. Until one day I actually fell in a whole bunch of nettles, and and got a stinging nettle rash all over my body. I was a mess. Again, I think I was only about 7, 8. I was very young, but my mum just putting calamine lotion all over me. But yeah, I think after that, I think she probably picked it herself. I don't remember nettle soup after that time. But food-wise, food was scarce at big time, so we made the most of the school meals. I'm not sure what mum ate. I think by the time that she came out of her agoraphobia, I think then she was doing cleaning work, so I think whatever the families were left behind or given to her, that's what she would eat. She was a very, very skinny lady, and that's probably why. So she did make sure that we were fed before she fed herself, to which I am eternally grateful. So there was a lot of love there, even if it didn't get shown a lot. I think food for me now is still a big thing. You know, if it's in the house, I'll always make sure I'm fed. Even if I'm not hungry, I'll make sure I eat. So I think those traits are still installed in me. And I've tried over the years to change that, and I can change it. I do change it, but then old habits just sneak in. And that still goes with other things in the house. I'm known as Miss Thrifty in the house, so I'm the one cutting open the tube of toothpaste to drag my toothbrush over the last remnants of the toothpaste. It drives my husband mental, but waste not, want not. It costs money, and there's no point in wasting it. There's people starving all over the world, not just overseas, but in this country, my country, too. So and the waste products from those containers. So the less you buy, the better. So I'll always eke out the peanut butter jar and stuff like that, and anything left over, I'll always make a meal out of it, as did my mum. So there are good things that have been brought up to appreciate and to install in my life. I'd be interested to hear you guys what happened regarding food and stuff like that, and your funny memories relating to childhood feeding habits and stuff, like what you were taught by your parents. But yeah, cool. Sorry, cool. I don't know why I said cool. I'm standing here and I must go and find my dog now because she's run off. She's obviously chasing squirrels and God knows what else in the trees here. But I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much for all the listens. And also don't forget to subscribe and also give me a little thumbs up. It does let me know that you are a real person. I know that's weird, but I just don't want to know that I'm talking to a robot. And again, for anybody going through a really, really bad time, anybody that doesn't know which way to turn, and just wants somebody just to listen to them, please get in contact with the Samaritans. They're a fantastic charity. It is anonymous. You don't need to tell them who you are or your number or anything. They are just an ear to listen and not to judge. You are never on your own. So I will speak to you soon. Please don't panic if I don't post for a couple of days. I am working over the weekend, but I'll try and do something else today and post that up for you tomorrow. I'm still looking for those letters. They are in the loft, but it's too cold to go in there, and I still haven't heard from that auntie yet, but I will keep you posted. Have a brilliant day and wrap up warm. Loads of love. Bye.